Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live in the ODivaZ group ride, led by Angela, who we've got on our Discord channel this morning.
Yes, good morning. Okay, I'll turn that off.
So on TeamODZ, we've got Greg and Upa.
Okay, I gotta be more steady today. I dropped Deborah last time.
Yeah, it's been a fairly flat one. So if you go to keep a steady pace, well, we do have a bit of a gap to a group behind. I'll see if I can get them back on. Let's see.
There's Gray. I think Gray 16.
Back.
Andy's any better on stream.
What's up, Greg?
Oh, starting dinner.
Not a coffee stop, but it's only 30 seconds.
Come on, Angela. Give us a break up here.
Yeah.
Least I had one more Morocco flights confirmed this morning for February. So I'm looking forward to that.
Again?
Yes, again.
Time you said what? You're doing road bikes, not mountain bikes?
Yeah, that's true. Bring my road bike. Not supposed to be a bigger group, but so far we are only 6 people. I hope some more doing it.
Maybe 20. I just booked a cycling trip in Italy for my 60th birthday next year.
Figured I'd move the car.
It's nice. Cycling in Italy is really great.
You should book a cycling trip with us and come down to Arizona. I'm
Oh.
full for March, but for 25. We always have fun down in Arizona.
Sure it is.
New location this year, we're going to Tucson. We've done Phoenix the last 7 or 8 years.
Uh-oh. Did Angela's internet drop?
Yeah, I don't see her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Next month it will be 3 years ago since I got able. I think the modem has disconnected once in those 3 years.
See? I dropped.
Uh-oh,
Drop
turn the
that.
fence off. Turn the fence off, Angela. We're all going to get zapped.
Rick will go back and get you, I'm sure.
I was trying
There
to
we go.
watch my trying to watch my power to keep up, but everybody was gone. I was the only one on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know what happens if you rejoin. It's always the risk.
All right, I'll come and get you, Angela.
I'm already back here.
Okay, excellent work, Greg. I'll come and help as well.
So sometimes, you know, when that happens, then I don't even register any power, but the power never went off. It's just everybody disappeared.
Yeah, the problem is you lose the draft when you don't have internet connection. So you can push full power, you will still get dropped a little bit.
We're coming back in.
There we go.
Good
There we
job.
go. We've got a few that are dropped now. Some more of these on. You should be able to put the fence back on now, Angela, and get the front wheels piece up properly.
Big.
There's nothing here. Oh, everybody's back though. And historically, when I lose connection, you know, everything drops and it takes a while to get back. So it's odd that this is spotty. That's weird.
Yeah, it used to happen to me quite often when I had ADSL, and the thing is that the modem needs to reconnect, and that takes about a minute. So, that's yeah.
I can't yell for anybody. My husband left to go to the gym. He's the go-to. He's the bike technology expert. Sag wagon.
On the principle.
Yeah.
I'm the car backer upper guy.
See?
You're the guy that backs in the car when it's minus outside.
Yeah, usually I'm the one who parks inside of the driveway so that I can navigate that little spot every day. But yesterday, she pulled in first and took that spot, and I knew. I was like, wow, it's probably gonna be really cold tomorrow, and I'm gonna be out there in between bike rides trying to move it. I just didn't think I'd do it blind, or practically blind. There was a moment where I was just kind of backing out, like, I hope I don't hear a crunch. I didn't, so it was all good.
Just get a Tesla and do it for you.
With my truck, I don't care. I've accidentally hit the little concrete thing a couple of times, but with that, it just hits the tire usually, and it's good to go.
It's a little bit like hitting a Kia, isn't it?
Isn't it
Yeah, originally.
summer? It is. Can't see it, though.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's 10 seconds, but maybe I didn't sight. See.
Come on, Ishikawa, you're going to have to work harder than that.
Too bad you can't have one person push while the other person pulls.
I know, right?
Just kind of come up, push the button where you can put your hand on their back.
He's done.
Now it's pushing hard. Oh, good. The fence is back in hard.
Yeah.
Nice work, Angela.
Somehow I'm in this rebellious group. I don't know how this happened. I don't want to be seen in public with these ruffians.
Trying to keep the pack Angela's in a steady. Don't want to push it too hard.
Got Ishikawa back now.
You know, I can tell you that my daughter's in high school without telling you that my daughter's in high school. She just went to school with no jacket on in 6-degree weather.
My son would probably be out there in shorts. I get it.
It's an amazing thing. Whenever I drop her off at school,
you.
Seeing all the kids walking from the parking lot, some of them are wearing shorts.
Oh.
They're all dressed to look cool and not just for the weather. I remember being like that.
Not ignoring you, Ben. Just busy trying to get someone back in the blog.
Yeah,
I remember I
Those
had
were-
to cycle to school. Was back. There was nobody bringing me.
Oh yeah, I used to walk. I think I walked. It was about a mile and a half, something like that. And I used to go with no jacket on. And I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, why did I not do that? What was wrong with my mind that made me think I was better off to not wear a jacket and freeze the whole way to school? Or show up soaking wet and be like, and still think that was a good idea. Yeah, I lived close enough to the high school to not have a bus, but yet to still have to walk.
Oh, walking 2 miles in the snow.
Yes, it was uphill both ways. Do you believe that? Crazy.
Wow.
The geography here is insane.
And always a driving headwind.
It was kind of true, though. I always say I did kind of do that in very deep snow because behind my dad's house was a McDonald's, and there was a little pathway in between two fences that I would take. But during the winter, they would plow all their snow right to the entrance of that path, so I'd have to climb up the snowbank and go back down over the other side. And so either way, I was always going uphill in deep snow.
What'd you get?
With no jet. Oh, I used to actually not eat there that much. It's amazing when you live right behind one, how you actually don't eat there that much. You just smell it all the time. And through all hours of the day and night, you can, when you're outside, you can just hear the little speaker just going.
Oh,
Just like by the end of it, you're like, okay, I'm done with McDonald's.
I don't think we've got
oh my God. People getting zapped all over the place. I'm not paying attention.
Don't worry about it.
that's their intention.
At this point,
They
They
can
should
still
know better.
rejoin.
Yeah, they can rejoin.
We didn't get McDonald's in Denmark until I was 15, I think, or something. Came back to that.
Ben's got a Christmas 10k run on Sunday. Where's that one at, Ben? I'd
We
have probably done
appreciate that, Angela.
I'd have done the same thing, Angela. You know, on the flats and what have you. We haven't had a sprint. There's no reason for them to be up there. So yeah, I wouldn't. I would have been
Okay, so it's after.
equally as unforgiving there. But we do have a sprint coming up at the sharp right-hander after this dog leg.
In fact, Andy would have had that smile on his face when he knew he warned them, and now they're gonna get what they deserve.
I think the surprise effect is bigger when you don't want them.
Western Seafront aiming for a sub 50 times set Ben on his 10k. Nice.
There we go.
Nope. Legs are still tired.
60, finally.
Nice.
Yeah, here is nothing worse now because you have to have level 100. But
Wow, I'm already just about halfway to 61. This whole
I almost caught up with you, Rick.
this extra XP thing this really speeds it up. Just going to be amazing how slow it goes once I run out of the extra built up XP.
So what's the, I've been noticing that. Where does it come from? Getting that extra XP.
It's banked any amount you've been when you've been at level 60 and haven't been able to move up.
Oh.
They did the same thing when we went from 50 to 60. So
Responding to that.
aqueduct climb coming up next.
That should be good, huh? See where it's now. Better.
Oh, I'm being a fence slicker. How did this happen? I look down.
The aqueduct climb starts just after this next right turn. We'll look in a minute then. Start of the climb.
Well, there's two people way out there. I can't say them.
If you turn the fence back on as the elapsed timer gets to 0 seconds, you know when you can turn it off and back on for the minute.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. I was doing that. We had 20 out. I don't know. I think I probably only had.
Right on, Daryl. Quite a ways to the next sprint now. Oh yeah, Gally messaged me earlier. He won't be on today, so we have no science.
No science. I'm sure not to talk to him. 2 weeks in a row.
Now there's some words that I didn't think I'd ever see in the same sentence. Rick and worked up.
It's very, very rare circumstances. When I'm on my bike and when I'm waiting in line for pizza and DoorDash, people cut me off. I have a very strong sense of what should be right and what should be wrong. And when someone violates that, I get mad sometimes.
You should be careful if you ever come to the Netherlands, because here you get very surprised if people don't cut you off. It's actually 100% sure that they're foreigners.
Oh, wow. Yeah, here usually people are pretty good, but there's just those moments. I think they happen far and few enough between that it infuriates me whenever it happens. All of a sudden, I go into sprint mode.
The Dutch will complain that the trains are always late, but they never fail in blocking the doors for the people who wants to get out when they on board the train. So maybe that's why they're delayed. I don't know, but it could be a explanation.
Nice.
Must have black, huh?
She want that?
On the other hand, when everybody cuts a queue, it sort of gets back to being kind of fair. And everybody has the impression that they got there earlier than they otherwise would, so it's a win-win.
Snowblower box. There we go.
Snowblower box. See? Somebody who got a bike, a woman who didn't want it.
Well, that's like Homer's bowling ball. It was really for him.
Yeah.
He usually wouldn't want it. Well, I guess I'll have it then.
Like about 15 years ago. Jeez. Maybe ridden it 5 times. Spent more time hanging above my head than anything else. For Christmas, though. Let me clarify. I just got her some Shannon book.
Oh, I missed the sprint there, sorry. My bad.
Oh, shoot. We just missed it or it's coming.
In the middle of it.
Oh, shoot. Well.
You can blame me. There you go.
Still have some to go, huh, Angela?
And anything.
Oh,
I can't. I've got a problem with it. You get real. Anyway, we stopped giving. We told people about 20 years ago. We have a huge extended family that we weren't buying everybody gifts anymore. Don't give us the and that's worked for everybody but my family. My mother will not honor that. And so we have to shop please her, and she had everything. So it's me.
Makes you don't feel too bad now, Rick.
Hey, see,
It was that second banana.
works every time. That's the key.
Yeah, Angela, you're right. I mean, our kids are 12 and 15 now. So definitely not as fun. Now it's sports gear and clothes.
Yeah. Oh my God, embedded links. Wow.
Sounds convenient. One click Christmas shopping, that appeals to me.
It's how much my kid's cheering costs.
Mm.
I always say, should we get her anything for Christmas? But then obviously the reality kicks in and it's like, well, yeah, we don't want to be those parents.
My mother goes shopping with me for new school clothes. And she says, "This is your Christmas present."
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up, my parents got divorced when I was right around 10. And that was actually the best Christmases right there because as far as presents went, because yeah, I'd
Petey?
moved to New York then. And so, yeah, there was just stuff showing up in the mail every day. It was crazy. Didn't last very long though, because that's totally out of my dad's character.
My parents divorced. He hadn't been in a grocery store in 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a heavy man.
Uh-huh.
That's worse than just moving to a new neighborhood and having to go to a new grocery store.
They will always, the premier of the Netherlands, they will always ask him what is the price of a pound of potatoes to show that he's completely detached from normal life. I wish I didn't know the answer to that.
Yeah, we just had a cheer competition in Baltimore last weekend. And then there's another one coming up in like right after Christmas. I think that one's New Jersey. Then Atlanta's coming right up. And it's like, yeah, it's like, okay. Well, there goes your Christmas money.
We got to go up
Yeah,
to
this
a
is-
competition in Portland on Saturday. That's
Yeah.
the second one. That's only 100 miles.
Yeah, and then this is the season for school cheer as well. So then with that, we'll be going all over the state once the competitions start. But at least it'll be in state for that. We can make a trip in one day. But when it comes to these ones, these are like, big regional ones where it's the whole East Coast there. And then usually it's a 2-day thing, so it requires the entire weekend. And then they even have like special hotels that they want you to stay at certain ones in order to qualify for the finals in Orlando. Some people are making a lot of money, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And it's not as much.
crazy.
It's not as much the cheer gym. It's like not as much the cheer gym, but the company that puts on all of the events. They require you to like work through them. I think it's the same one that also does like college cheer too. So at least that won't be too much of a change if she gets into college cheering. But it is, at least then the university pays for it, depending on which school it is.
Sure. Next thing about the dance stuff for our daughter is there's a lot of good fundraising opportunities. Like they have at the University of Oregon, all the concessions are run by different groups, and so their cheer team gets a lot of concession booths. So, like my wife and daughter, they work each one. They get paid $20 an hour for each of them. And we've brought some friends of ours that have gone and helped them. And, so I mean, if you bring 5 people, you're making $100 an hour towards your team dues, and they're usually there about 7-8 hours per game.
Nice. I'm guessing that's how they must do it. They must do it at like, she went to the University of Maine, which I don't think she's going to do. She's been talking like she's going to go to Florida if she can. Which I don't blame her.
Live with Granddad.
Go from the northeast to the southeast where it's warm now.
Yeah. Especially on mornings like this. But yeah, this one's all like private all-star cheering stuff. So it's like they do fundraisers, but usually we've noticed like the team fundraisers don't do as well. They have like a booster with its own tax code and stuff. But usually all the ones they set up don't work very well. But we've set up our own like bake sales and stuff outside of stores. Those always do pretty good. Yeah, because whenever the booster club goes for it, they're always like, they want to rent out an ice rink and then try to make money that way. And it's like, every time they end up in the negative.
It says on 42nd out of 87, there are 40 people.
So that 87 counter never goes down, it only goes up. So 87 will be the most that we've had in the ride. Some of those will have been zapped, some will have left. So.
Okay. Because I don't see anybody back.
Yeah.
No, it even counts people twice as in if they log in again. So,
Angela, there's a sprint coming up.
Okay.
Once we make this hard right, coming up, see it? Don't worry, Andy, I got you.
Thank you very much. Got the words out of my mouth. I think you might have just saved. You might have just saved my job there, Greg.
The amount of BSing you've done for me, I owe you.
You owe me nothing, my friend, nothing at all. Enjoy doing it.
be careful. Before you know it, he's replaced you, Andy. So.
Well, he keeps asking me to come back, so I must be doing a good job. Either that or he feels sorry for me.
No, great. You do great.
Yeah, I've appreciated when you've done it for us as well.
Oh, yeah. I just need to figure out how to be able to watch you guys. I've never learned that trick.
Yeah. As long as you're in the same world. I mean, last night I didn't even save my ride until after your race because I was in the world. I didn't set a meetup up like I usually do. So I knew you were in the pen. I just fan viewed you as soon as I came to the rest after the race. Threw some clothes on. Oh, we had party food yesterday in the office. I thought, look, oh yeah, coffee stop. Not going to get all of it now. Yeah, we had an ugly sweater contest. I should have done well in that. Haven't seen the results yet. I took my chili. There's not a lot of it left. There is some left, so I'll have something to eat today. Turkey chili.
So you didn't have you didn't end up having a mishap like that one episode of The Office, the US version, where he brings the chili into work to share. It was can't remember the name of the guy, but he comes in and he's brought in his award-winning chili to show off to all of his coworkers, and then as he's on his way in, he trips, dumps it all over the place, and then it just leads into a comedic kind of series of events of him trying to save the chili, scoop it back up off the ground, and put it back into the into the bowl.
Me walking into the office yesterday was a little comedic. I mean, there's a couple of people following me in, and they're quite a ways behind me. And I held the door open for them as I'm walking into the building. And they said, wow, that smells good.
Yes, there we go. Oh, this one's coming to you. It's Kevin's famous chili.
Beans or no beans?
I believe there's beans in there. They're in Scranton, so.
Well,
I put chili beans in mine.
Beans in the chili.
Wisconsin has this thing about putting spaghetti in theirs.
Oh, that's weird. I mean, I'd eat it.
I've done it.
Yeah,
especially when it's been a bit liquidy. It helps soak that up.
Wisconsin's an interesting place. Things are just kind of done differently there, especially when it comes to food.
Because we eat all the cheese.
I mean, who would ever think I'm going to take a ball of cheese and fry it, and then you're going to eat that? Although I guess it's like cheese sticks too.
yeah.
Well, I've never had one, but so what you will call a Milky Way here is Mars bar in the UK, and deep fried Mars bars.
Ooh, that sounds good.
As if a Mars bar is not calorie laden enough.
There's this candy company that's somewhere around here. I've been seeing them at a store near where I work, and what they do is they take different candies and then they freeze dry it.
Yeah.
And puff it up.
Yep.
And I haven't tried them yet, but they look interesting.
They're good. There's somebody local here doing the same thing. The kids love it.
Yeah. Is it crunchy?
I'm trying to buy a freeze dryer just so he can do that. Burns. B. Burns.
Bieber.
Stuart Irving.
And Brian Stewart.
Stuart Irving. Jeff Ratson.
What was the last?
Andy Long. Stuart
Jeff.
Irving. You got Stuart. Jeff Bradderson. Jeff. Oh, and Florian. Wow. Yeah, it just says G. Florian.
This never gets old. Hubble tension.
What's that?
This is an estimate of the expansion of the universe, and there's two ways of estimating, and unfortunately they don't agree. But the disagreement just got larger due to some scientific effort.
Yeah. That's right. I heard about that.
Is there a sprint coming? Seems like.
No, not for a while. We'll hit it just before the finish, so we've got about 10 minutes yet.
Okay.
Do you think we'll get there?
Yeah, we always do. Right at the end. Mind you, we did slow down a bit
I heard about it.
to get Angela back, so I don't know. It'll
Am
be
I
close.
dropped?
No, you're fine. No, I'm saying
Oh,
on
we're
the
all
last
together.
lap when your internet dropped, we slowed down a bit, so that might cause us to not make the Paris sprint. But
Oh,
I haven't had one of these rides where we haven't made it yet.
Oh, thank you, Angela. I don't like sprints.
Now, fire stocks are level 50, Greg.
I know it's somewhere in there.
Oh, there's one of those swirly things on the left, Rick.
Are we taking a left?
No.
Angela, take a left.
Huh.
We're doing a climb.
All I can say is I'm glad I only got to see those 4 more times.
I've been enjoying them. They
You're
wear
a
on you
strange
eventually.
man.
I think once you stop doing them, you're gonna miss them.
I know
You're
I'm
gonna
not.
start having dreams about them. You never know what you've got till it's gone.
I'm only doing them to get the badge, that's it. Like the Alp. Once I got that masochist badge. Yeah, I've hardly been on the Alp.
The grass is always greener at the top.
The snow is always whiter, you mean?
The sun brighter, the sky bluer.
Another event too, because there's a diesel-powered television transmitter on the top, so it's always black fuming on the top.
Balmy.
Yeah. Warming up fast.
That's indoors.
Currently 52 out here. Spring gun range.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say that's a bike ride weather, but yeah, not in the rain. Mostly that's what it'll be here this weekend. It's gonna get right around 50 and rain all weekend.
They actually made a feasibility study between 2 Dutch cities once to make a covered bike path with induced winds in the back, so it will separate the directions. That would be nice on a rainy day, but they decided not to build it.
You'd almost be like one of those like bank tubes where they send you send your money through in the drive-through.
Yeah, parapet was the system, yes.
When you enter, it makes a sucking sound. You can hear it. That would be fun. I mean, even though I know it's good for me to ride into a headwind sometimes, I mean, obviously there's nothing better than a good tailwind.
I mean, on Sundays, they could just reverse the traffic flow so you run into the wind. It was possible, I guess.
Almost the same idea of the big community, like domed-in community that Saudi Arabia wants to build.
Yeah, it's the same idea.
Just different, but the same idea.
Yeah, but the plan actually made sense because it was not a sleeping satellite city to Amsterdam. Everybody working in Amsterdam and living there. And I mean, if you have a covered bike pass, the idea of getting on the bike every morning becomes more attractive.
Oh, yeah. Do you think they would charge to ride it?
No, that wouldn't be the Dutch culture to me. Not for bicyclists. I mean, someone will have to pay for it, of course, but not the cyclists.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, here you can't have anything nice without having to pay for it.
I mean, we pay for some ferry crossings, not all of them, because there's a rule for the major rivers that the commercial traffic on the river pays for the ferries because they caused it. The road to be broken. For smaller ferries, when you pay $1 or something, it's symbolic, so everybody's fine.
Alright. After this dog leg sprint
Actually,
comes up on the sharp right.
I take that back. I mean, I guess my taxes pay for a smidge of it, but emergency services are nice to have for free. Especially like when your house is on fire.
Oh, yes.
Or being broken into or something.
In the end, you pay for it, and also cyclists are locally more affluent, so they will pay more tax. So in the end, you pay more, but it doesn't feel like it.
Ooh, speaking of house invasion, last night I went into complete house invasion mode. I was woken up in the middle of the night. Heidi said, "Do you hear that? Sounds like someone's going through stuff downstairs." And I was like, "Huh? What?" Took a moment, and then went into full, okay. Then I go downstairs, don't know what to expect.
Grab the pants, Angela.
It was my cat just knocking everything off the table. He had knocked over his treat canister. He was going crazy last night.
I mean, he was running 3 days behind schedule because of that issue with he went to the wet.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it was. He just had all sorts of aggression built up. He's also limited on his food now. He only gets wet food until he stops developing crystals. But
That sucks.
yeah, it's the cheap stuff too. It's absolutely amazing how expensive it is. But so he only gets a half a can twice a day, I've decided. Apparently that was not enough for him, so in the middle of the night he was trying to feed himself.
Well, you could come here at the moment. I've just emptied one of my mouse pads. Great lead, Angela. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, Angela. Oh, it's already over. Wow.
Yeah.
Fast, isn't it?
Wow, to all those on the stream, I see 10 of you. Thanks for dropping in. Much appreciated. That's ODivaZ over. Until next week. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know, we might do a climb portal in the morning, or climb portal or two in the morning, Rick, eh? And then we'll have the WTRL team time trial. Around lunchtime, my time, which is going to be in about 5 hours time, but tomorrow. So until then, take care, everybody. Have a great Wednesday. Bye for now.